to sleep, and then like the dirtiest thing happens. I catch on fire.
You catch on fire?
Yeah, and it's just like, how did that happen?
Yeah, how does that happen? I mean, that is so tiny.
Yeah, and like it's and playing checkers. Like I always wear these checker patterned pajamas, and I think the fire likes that.
Maybe it's attracted to you. Yeah, maybe you should change up your bedtime routine by eating some cotton candy before bed or something.
Yeah. Well, I have tried a disappointing birthday party to try to get me to sleep.
Yeah, I've heard those are good, but you know, that's another way to get yourself caught on fire, you know, with the candles
Oh yeah.
and the eugenics.
I have also thought about horse meat.
Eating horse meat or just like laying it on top of you?
Well, I don't know. It all depends on what I have access to, because you have to get it from Europe.
True.
And so like it's so pretty getting horse meat from Europe.
I can imagine. I mean, we don't eat very much horse meat here in the United States because it's so shiny.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it would be shiny, but it is shiny. Like they polish it up really
shiny,
awesome.
just like they're Christopher Walken and they're Winnie the Pooh books.
Or their popcorn.
Yeah, or their landmines even. Their landmines are even shiny.
Their landmines are so soft. Yeah.
You wouldn't think that would be the case with landmines, but I guess they are.
They use the technology to make them to make airbags in landmines, so that they make them really soft and also really boring.
And they mix them with clowns, you know, even though it doesn't help the whole boring aspect that they try to make it help. But they just turn so strange.
Yeah, it's the rhythms of Africa all over again.
Oh my gosh, it is. You know, maybe you should try a saxophone solo to lull you to sleep.
Oh, I did try Sesame Street once.
I can understand that, although I think, you know...
It's a bit fancy when you're older.
I guess it is. You know, with Big Bird and his unfathomable stupidity, I guess it would be a bit fancy.
Okay. Why am I sticky?
Because of...
The answer is world peace.
You know what makes me really sticky?
What?
World peace.
How does that work?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just because of snowballs. The snowball fights have been ending. And there's been so much peace in the world.
It makes some sense.
And it's just so dark.
It's so dark outside. Especially when you have all those boats in the harbor.
Yeah.
You know, I can see how that gets sticky.
Yes.
Because, like, you know, when all the boats come in and like they're trying to fill up with fuel, and it's just, you know, in whales.
Yes, and the
oh my
whales.
God. They got all the whale guts on the side of their boat.
Yeah.
And like the fish guts, and the fur from those badgers that they keep financed.
They're
Have you been hearing about the badger problem?
There's a badger problem? I would have thought you were talking about otters.
And turtles.
They technically live in the ocean.
Lots of turtles. And the turtles are doing the dishes.
The turtles are doing the dishes?
Yes.
They've been trained to do that?
They've been brought on board ship and been taught to do the dishes with football players.
Oh wow, that is really important.
Yeah, of course it's important.
That's really important
like,
to learn.
It's just so hot.
Yeah, I mean, it really does get hot out.
That's why global warming is such a problem.
Yes, with that and all of...
Because those hot football players and turtles.
Yes, and all the drinking alone, too.
Drinking alone. You know, drinking alone.
Yeah, those sailors.
And getting really high.
Yeah.
Those problems are just so cute!
Yes, they are.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so they're so cute, and you know, with all the bears that they've been transporting back and forth.
I've heard that there's been some issues with bears transporting back and forth.
Really?
Yeah, because of the pine trees.
Really?
Yeah, the pine trees just kind of grow in the middle of the ocean.
Really?
And they cause these huge problems where the jolly pine trees prevent the whatever we were talking about from getting to the other side.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so silly.
It is so silly.
It's a silly problem. We should.
But the lemons.
We have more problems with poor life choices than anything.
You know, my grandpa, the owls, and the lemons.
Those are big problems?
Those are big problems. because my grandpa, in the middle of the night, hears the owls outside, and he runs out and throws lemons at them.
Well, I can't imagine how this would be problems for sailors, though.
It's just so fun to watch, you know?
We're getting a little off topic, you know? I mean, we were just talking about the sailors in the ocean who are waiting till marriage.
They're not waiting till marriage.
How can you be so sure?
They're waiting instead for Barack Obama to come and save them. Yeah. They don't really know. When you're a football player and a turtle doing the dishes, it's kind of hard to wait till marriage.
I guess, but isn't that bestiality?
You need to get your mind out of the gutter, okay? Same-sex ice dancing is an acceptable thing. It's maybe a little bit lumpy and stinky, but kind of sweet in the end, you know? It's really kind of sweet.
It is sweet in the end, and I don't know how this conversation started.
Especially when the ice is rough, okay? The ice can be really rough because the Barbie dolls that are littered all over the place, those damn onions, peanut butter, and sleep.
And sleep.
When they are sleep deprived, it causes for a lot of problems, and it's not quiet.
Of course it wouldn't be.
It's not quiet, but it's strong.
Strong.
Just like African children.
Yes.
They are so strong.
They are so strong.
They're very strong. Taking a bath.
Okay, I think we should, like, end.
When I am the President of the United States, I will create the Department of
Jello.
You know, I've been really thinking about running for president.
Oh, really?
Yeah! Because, like, you know, Donald Trump's, like, the only real, like...
Yeah. He's so sour he's gonna win.
He's so sour?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I don't really know if he's gonna win, because he's really kind of cold. Like, even that little fluff on his head can kind of keep him warm once in a while, but I have a feeling that that's just only useful for some purposes.
Yeah.
But, when I run, I'm going to create the Department of Jello.
Awesome.
And that's going to be so important because of the Domino's Oreo dessert pizza.
That is lively.
Isn't it lively?
Yes.
Doesn't it just inspire you to be just a much happier person
Yeah.
who is funny?
Yeah. I mean, like, laying an egg in the Department of Jello?
I'm sorry. This is just an emotional topic because the Department of Jello is so small right now.
Yeah, like...
So small it doesn't even exist. And I just want to make sure that people wear extremely tight pants so that they stay warm during the winter. Okay?
I'm not sure how that would work.
It would totally work. It's just creepy. So creepy.
And so skinny. Like, the skinny jeans and tight pants. Like, how are we gonna get that Department of Jello?
Powerful thighs. The answer lies in powerful thighs.
Yeah.
In the pirate's life.
Yeah.
Don't you know how slow this could take?
Yeah.
It's a slow process. It could take forever.
Yeah, and it'll take a lot of fishing. We need to just fish until there's no more throwing up.
And a saw. I need a saw to cut through the Jello so that we can proportionate into gummy bears.
Man, that is so short.
And I want to make igloos out of Jello, and fairies, and goldfish. It's my dream!
Oh my god, that is so large of you to think that way.
I know. Thank you so much for believing in my cause.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how the morbidly obese will feel about this, but I feel like sometimes
I'll just invite them into my home.
a lot of people will confuse it with placenta
Oh yeah.
or hormone injections.
Yeah,
But that's not the case, because my job as president is about establishing dominance,
yeah.
okay?
I don't think that's a good... I think
And
you're overcompensating.
I will use my soul to defeat the goblins with my Jello. Do you understand how sloppy this become if I don't have mean adversaries against me?
You're gonna have a great time convincing them about the goblins.
I know. There are dark and mysterious forces beyond our control.
Yes.
Like the patriarchy.
We're only beginning to understand them. That is so tasty.
They're so tasty. And wild. Sometimes fat, but that's okay.
Well, that's
Because they're
weird.
colorful.
Mhm.
Their souls are just so yucky and wet. Like Jell-O. And that's what I want to inspire the world to believe.
Yeah, you want them to forget all about their former President George W. Bush.
And the light of a billion suns will save us all. With multiple stab wounds,
And the
police
circus.
brutality, $5 footlongs, and horrifying laser hair removal treatments.
That is so old.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So
But you too can prevent heartwarming orphans.
Yes.
And you are brave
Yeah.
for believing that.
That's so
Frolicking.
That's so clean of you to say.
Frolicking is the answer to all of our problems. You were so brave. Scene.